now, please welcome to the stage Shakespeare by the Sea's founder and producing artistic director, Lisa Coffey.
It is awesome to see you, see people in person, not on Zoom. I don't have to wait for it to scroll, you know, you can talk to me. It's great, it's awesome. I hope you're happy to be here. We're happy to have you here. I'm happy to be here as well. Oh, so guys, you know, we opened last weekend and we're closing this weekend. It's really a random year, but I'm just totally thrilled to be doing live productions, and I'm totally thrilled to be doing them with this woman right here standing with me, Stephanie Coltrane.
Hi.
Yeah. So what is it, your 12th, 15th, 16th? No.
12th season.
12th season with us. Yes, and she directed Richard III, Richard III, Richard II, Titus Andronicus. So those of you that saw all those shows with us during the virtual thing, you know, there they are. So, all right, so guys, here we are in San Pedro doing this show, right? So we want to thank our sponsors, of course. So first off is Councilman Buscaino for the Buscaino Community Grant, and thank you for voting for us. All through the way. We won a $100,000 grant, largest grant we've ever received. I can't believe it. I have yet to receive the funds. I have a picture of a check. That's what I have. I have a picture of a fake check. Yeah, I noticed. I did go through and see whether or not we could actually try to cash it, but everybody had the same check number. So I was like, oh, it's not going to work. But it'll come. It'll come. So thank you guys for voting. I also want to thank LA County Department of Cultural, LA County Department of Cultural Affairs, LA County City of Recreation and Parks, who gives us this venue. And the LA County Cultural Arts Commission. They changed their name, so it's tough. I know, right? What do you do during the pandemic? Change your name. So, LA County Arts Commission is what they used to be. Now they're Arts and Cultural and Arts, something like that. Anyways, we are very, very thankful for their support, of course. And yes, we just couldn't do it without them. So,
thank you, our sponsors. Now, as you can tell, it already is going to get a little bit chilly out here, but don't worry, as always, we have you covered. Please visit merch, and tonight, it's end of the season, y'all, you need your Shakespeare by the Sea swag, and we have a $15 flash sale on a bunch of fun stuff over there, and we don't want to store it. Please take it home.
This shirt is orange. I did orange this year.
Yes, you did. And then go to concessions and get coffee, hot chocolate, and snacks. And Pastrami Mike is here as always with his hot dogs, nachos, and pastrami sandwiches. So please check that out as well.
Yes, so you guys know, I'm sure it's the burning question, how do we keep these shows admission free? And I got to tell you, it is not easy. Some of these grants are just, they're knee breakers. It's overwhelming 75-page grants. And we couldn't do it without you. We can't do it without you and your donations and your data, which we'll talk about.
So we are asking you to spend some money here tonight. Of course we are. If everybody who came to our shows donated just $10 or 20 or
30,
50 or 100, we would make our budget every year. So please, please, please consider spending some money. Go to merch, go to concessions, buy raffle tickets, make a donation. It all adds up. Thanks so much.
It does. So even after the $100,000 grant and the other grants we've received, I did add it up. And as you can tell from the email blast that went out on Tuesday, we were at 93% funded, which is the most funded we've ever been. I know! So we're so close, I can taste it. We still needed like $16,000. So we need you guys to spend. Go buy some cool shirts, sweatshirts, all those kinds of things. So, yes, the other way you can support us, the other thing that happened during the pandemic is that it completely overshadowed one of the campaigns that we were beginning to run in 2020, which is the passing of the AB5 bill. The AB5 bill turned every single actor and a lot of the other folks, independent contractors who work with me, into employees with hourly wages, which literally triples my budget overnight. So imagine trying to raise, $300,000 and you're going, okay, great, I get to raise $300,000. I can do this. And then all of a sudden you have to raise $600,000, right? It's overnight, folks. So it is rough, it is tough, but I'm in it for the long haul. We are here, right? We're trying to go for it. And I want to make it to season 25, which is next year. So what we have formed an SBTS Actor Fund, and we are asking you folks to underwrite our actors at $25 a month or $300 a year, and that does come with its own perks. And of course, if you just go to shakespearebythesea.org, everything is digital this year. We're doing touchless programs. There's a digital program. If you just go to shakespearebythesea.org, you'll see digital program. You'll also see Actor Fund, and you can sign up for that, and it does come with its own perks. So I encourage you to do that.
Now, there are 2 ways you can help us that don't cost you any money at all. Also, help us spread the word. The first is our Club 100. We are not doing it this summer because we are not touring due to the pandemic, but we will be touring next summer. So what we need you to do is sign up for the Club 100. We give you 100 flyers. You take them to your dentist, your doctor, your hairdresser, wherever you go, and help us spread the word about Shakespeare by the Sea. In exchange, we will reserve seats for you at the performance of your choice. So you get really good seats and you help us spread the word. And the other thing you can do, we were just talking about the 30 grants Lisa writes every year, and we were working on the NEA grant this morning. Oh my goodness. What we need for those is data. So we have a survey that you can take here in hard copy online at shakespearebythesea.org. That data really helps us get grants to fund the programs. So please it's just 10 questions, takes about 30 seconds. It would really help us out. As an extra incentive, after the festival closes, we are going to be drawing a name of somebody who took the survey, and we'll be giving out a $250 prize. So please, please, please take the survey. It really helps us out.
Yes, it does. So just a word on the survey, guys. You can go through it, and you don't have to put in your name, your address, anything. You can just put in your email so that if you are the winner, we'll contact you. But it is pretty anonymous. So just do it. Help me out. Help me write these grants so I can keep staying funded, right? We want to keep it admission free. We want to keep it so that everybody can see Shakespeare by the Sea. There's no fencing, there's no tickets, and that's how we like it, right? So help me keep it that way. All right? Answer those surveys. All right, enough of us. I'm glad you're here.
So please sit back, relax, and enjoy, as we know you will, Love's Lovers Labor. My goodness, trying again. Love's Labor's Lost, directed by Amanda McRaven. Good night.
We'll see you at the end.
In their lives live, registered upon our brazen tombs, and grace us in the disgrace of death, when, spite of cormorant devouring time, the endeavor of this present breath may buy that honor which shall bait his sight's keen edge, and make us the heirs of all eternity. Therefore, brave conquerors, for so you are, that war against your own affections and the huge army of the world's desires, our late edict shall strongly stand in force. Strongly. Navarre shall be a wonder of the world. Our court a little academe, still and contemplative in living art. You three, Barone, Dumaine, and Longueville, have sworn for 3 years' term to stay with me, my fellow scholars, and to keep those statutes which are recorded in this schedule here. Your oaths are passed. Now, subscribe your names, that his own hand may strike his honor down that violates the smallest branch herein. If you are armed to do as sworn to do, subscribe. Well, don't listen to that guy. If you are armed to do as sworn to do, subscribe here to your depots. And keep it too.
I am resolved. 'Tis but a 3 years' fast. The mind shall banquet, though the body pine. Fat paunches have lean paints, and dainty bits make rich the rib, but bankrupt quite the wits.
My loving Lord Dumaine is mortified. The grosser matter of these world's delights he throws upon the gross world's baser fools. To love, to wealth, to pomp I pine and die, with all these living in philosophy.
Why, I can but say their protestation over. So much, dear liege, have I sworn already, that is, to live and study here 3 years. But there are other strict observances there, as not to see a woman in that term, which I hope well is not enrolled there, and to touch no food 1 day a week, the which I hope well is not enrolled there, and to sleep but 3 hours in the night, and not be seen to wink of all the day, the which I hope well is not enrolled there. Oh, these are barren tasks, too difficult to keep, not to see ladies, study, fast, not sleep.
Your oath is passed to pass away from these.
Then let me say no, my liege, and if you please, I only swore to study with your grace, and stay in your court for 3 years' space. You swore to that, Barone, and to the rest. By yea and nay, sir, then I swore in jest. What is the end of study? Let me know.
Why, that to know which else we should not know.
Oh, things hid and barred, you mean, from common sense.
Aye, that is study's godlike recompense.
Huh. Come on, then. I will swear to study so, to know the thing I am forbid to know. That is, to study where I well may dine, when I to feast expressly am forbid. Or study where to meet some mistress fine, when mistresses from common sense are hid. Or, having sworn too hard at keeping oath, study how to break it and not break my troth. If study's gains be thus, and this be so, study knows that which yet it doth not know. Swear me to this, and I'll ne'er say no.
These be the stops that hinder study quite and train our intellects towards vain delight.
Why, all delights are vain, but that most vain, which with pain purchased doth inherit pain, as painfully to pore upon a book, to seek the light of truth, while truth the while doth falsely blind the eyesight of his look. Light, seeking light, doth light of light beguile. Study is like the heaven's glorious sun, it will not be deep searched with saucy looks. Small have continual plotters ever won, save base authority on others' books. These earthly godfathers of heaven's light, that give a name to every fixed star, have no more profit of their shining nights than those that walk and what not what they are. Too much to know is to know not but fame, and every godfather can give a name.
Oh, well, he's read to reason against reading.
proceeded well to stop all good proceeding.
He weeds the corn and still lets grow the wheating. Spring is near when green geese are a-breeding.
How follows that?
Fit in its place and time.
In reason, nothing.
Something then in rhyme.
Well, sit you out. Go home, Barone. Adieu.
No, no, my good lord. I have sworn to stay with you. And though I have for barbarism spoke more than for that angel knowledge, you can say, yet confident, I'll keep what I have sworn, and by the penance of each 3 years' day. Come, give me the paper, let me read the same, and to the strictest decrees I'll write my name.
How well this yielding rescues thee from shame.
Item, that no woman shall come within a mile of my court. Hath this been proclaimed?
4 days ago.
Let's see the penalty. On pain of losing her tongue. Who devised this penalty?
Mary, that did us.
Sweet Lord, and why?
To fright them hence with that dread penalty.
A dangerous law against gentility. Item, if any man be seen to talk with a woman within the term of 3 years, he shall endure such public shame as the rest of the court can possible devise. This article, my liege, yourself must break. For well you know, here comes an embassy, the French king's daughter, with yourself to speak. Oh, about the surrender of Aquitaine to her decrepit, sick, and bedrid father?
What say you, lords? Why, this was quite forgot.
So study evermore is overshot? Who said that?
We must, of force, dispense with this decree. She must lie here on mere necessity.
Necessity? Necessity will make us all forsworn 3,000 times within this 3-year space. If I break faith, this word shall speak for me. I am forsworn on mere necessity. So, to the laws at large, I write my name. And he that breaks them in the least degree stands in attainder of eternal shame. Temptations are to other, as to me. But I believe, though I seem so loath, I am last that will last keep his oath.
Which is the king's own person?
This fellow, what's?
I myself reprehend his own person, for I am his grace's Farborough. But I would see his own person in flesh and blood.
There he is.
Oh. Signor Armaduna commends you. There is villainy abroad. This letter will tell you more.
Sir, the contents thereof are as touching me.
A letter from the magnificent Armada.
Howsoever the matter, I hope in God for high words.
A high hope for a low heaven. God grant us patience.
The matter is to me, sir, as concerning Jacquinetta. The manner of it is, I was taken in the manner.
In what manner?
In manner and form following, sir. All those three. I was seen with her in the manor house, sitting with her upon the form, and taken following her into the park, which put together is manner and form following, sir. Now for the manner. Well, it is the manner of a man to speak to a woman. And for the form, in some form.
For the following?
I said she'll follow in my correction, and God to fit the right.
Will you hear this letter with attention? As we would hear an oracle.
Great deputy, the Welkins vicegerent and sole dominator of Navarre, my soul's earth's god, and body's fostering patron.
Not a word of custard yet.
So it is.
It may be so, but if he say it is so, he is in telling truth, but so, peace be to me and every man that dares not fight.
No word.
Of other men's secrets, I beseech you!
So it is. Him, besieged with a sable-colored melancholy, I did commend the black oppressing humor to the most wholesome physic of thy health-giving air. And as I am a gentleman, betook myself to walk. The time when? About the 6th hour, when beasts most graze, birds best peck, and men sit down to that nourishment which is called supper. So much for the time when. Now, for the place where. Where, I mean, I did encounter that obscene and preposterous event that draweth from my snow-white pen the ebon-colored ink which here thou viewest, beholdest, surveyest, or seest. But to the place where. It standeth north, northeast, and by east from the west corner of thy curious knotted garden. There did I see the low-spirited swain, that base minnow of thy mirth. Me? That unlettered, small-knowing soul.
Me?
That shallow vassal.
Still me?
Which, as I remember, hight Costa.
Yeah, it's me.
Sorted and consorted, contrary to thy established, proclaimed edict and continent canon, which but with this, I passion to say, wherewith?
With a wench!
With a child of our grandmother Eve, a female, or, for thy more sweet understanding, a woman. Him I, as my ever-esteemed duty pricks me on, have sent to thee to receive the meed of punishment by thy sweet grace's officer Anthony Dull, a man of good repute, carriage, bearing, and estimation.
Me? And shall it please you, I am Anthony Dull.
For Jacquinetta, so is the female vessel called, which I apprehended with the aforesaid swain. I keep her as a vessel of the law's fury, and shall, at the least of thy sweet notice, bring her to trial. Thine, in all compliments of devoted and heart-burning heat of duty, Don Adriano de
Not so well as I look for, but the best that ever I heard.
Aye, sir, the best for the worst, but, Cyril, what say you to this?
Ah, sir, I confess the wench.
Did you hear the proclamation?
Well, I do confess much of the hearing of it, but little of the marking of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with a wench.
I was taken with none, sir. I was taken with a damsel.
Well, it was proclaimed damsel.
This was no damsel neither, sir. She was a virgin.
Yeah, it is so very too, for it was proclaimed virgin.
Well, it were I deny her virginity. I was taken with a maid.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn, sir.
Ow! Sir! I will pronounce your punishment. You will fast a week with bran and water.
I'd rather pray a month with mutton and porridge.
And Don Armado shall be your keeper. Lord Barone, see him delivered o'er. And go we, lords, to put into practice that which each to other hath so strongly sworn.
I'll lay my head to any good man's hat. These oaths and laws will prove an idle scorn. Sirrah, come on.
I suffer for the truth, sir. For truly it is, I was taken with Jacquinetta. And Jacquinetta is a true girl. And therefore, I welcome the sour cup of prosperity. Affliction may one day smile again. Till then, sit thee down, sorrow.
him.
No! No. Oh, Lord, sir, no.
How canst thou part sadness in melancholy, my tender juvenal?
By a familiar demonstration of the working, my tough senior.
Why, tough senior? Why, tough senior?
Why, tender juvenile? Why, tender juvenile?
I spoke it but as a congruent epithet appertaining to the younger days, which we may nominate tender.
And I, tough senor, as an appurtenant title to your old time, which we may name tough.
He's pretty and apt.
How mean you, sir? I pretty in my saying apt, or I apt in my saying pretty?
No, thou pretty because little.
Little pretty because little, wherefore apt?
And therefore apt because quick.
Speak you this in my praise, master.
Well, see in thy condign praise.
I will praise an eel with the same praise.
What, that an eel is ingenious?
That an eel is quick.
I say, thou art quick and answers. Thou heatest my blood.
I am answered,
No, I
sir.
love not to be crossed.
He speaks the mere contrary. Crosses, love not him.
I have promised to study 3 years with the Duke.
You may do it in an hour, sir.
Wait, it's impossible.
How many is one thrice told?
Oh, I am ill at reckoning. It fitteth the spirit of a tapster, no?
You are a gentleman and a gamester, sir.
Well, I confess both. They are the varnish of a complete man.
Then I am sure you know how much the gross sum of deuce ace amounts to.
It doth come to one more than 2.
Which the base vulgar do call 3.
True.
Why, sir, is this such a piece of study? Now here is 3 studied ere you'll thrice wink. How easy it is to put years to the word 3, and study 3 years in 2 words. The dancing horse will tell you.
It's a fine figure.
To prove you a cipher.
Oh, I must hereupon confess, I'm in love. And as it is base for a soldier to love, so am I in love with a base wench. If drawing my sword against the humor of affection would free me from the reprobate thought of it, I would take desire prisoner and ransom him to any Frenchman for a new devised courtesy. Oh, I think scorn to sigh. He thinks I shall outswear Cupid. Hey, play, boy. Play. My spirit, she grows hairy and long.
Where have all the good men gone? And where are all the gods? Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? Isn't there a white knight upon a fiery steed?
I am the white!
Late at night I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need. I need a hero!
Yes!
I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh from the fight.
I can fight, yes!
I need a hero!
A hero! I can be a hero!
I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's gotta be sure and it's gotta be soon and he's gotta be larger than life. Larger than
This is
life.
me, I am large, so large!
Somewhere after midnight,
Oh, but that's so late
in
at
my
night, though.
wildest fantasy. Somewhere just beyond my reach, there's someone reaching back for me.
Reach for me, lady.
Racing on the thunder and rising with the
Here's the
heat.
heat.
It's gonna take a Superman to sweep me off my feet.
Where?
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's gotta be sure and it's gotta be soon and he's gotta be larger than life. Larger than life.
Yes!
Sir, it is the Duke's pleasure.
myself with blushing. Maid.
Man.
I will visit thee at the lodge.
That's hereby.
Yes, I know where to situate.
Lord, how wise you are.
I will tell thee wonders.
With that face?
I love thee.
So I heard you say.
And so, farewell.
Fair weather. After you.
Go, Jacquinetta, away!
No.
Thou shalt fast ere thou be pardoned.
Well, sir, I hope when I do it on a full stomach.
Thou shalt be most heavily punished.
Oh, well, I am more rewarded than your fellows, for they are but lightly rewarded. Oh,
Wait. Move! Take away the mirror!
Oh, come, you transgressing knave! Oh, wait.
What are you gonna do to me?
Strange little man.
Yeah, okay.
I do affect the very ground which is base. Wear her shoe which is baser. Guided by her foot which is basis. Doth tread. I shall be forsworn, which is a great argument of falsehood if I be alone. And how can that be true love which is falsely attempted? Love is a familiar. Love is a devil. There is no evil angel but love. Oh, adieu, valor. Rust, rapier. Be still, drown. For your man here, he is alone. Yet, I say he loveth. Devise wit, write pen, for I shall turn sonnet. Oh, assist me, some extemporal god of rhyme, for I am whole volumes in folio.
Now, what admittance, boyer?
The king had notice of your fair approach, and he and his competitors and oath were all addressed to meet you, gentle lady, before I arrived. Mary, thus much I've learnt.
He rather means to lodge you in the field, like one who comes here to besiege his court, then seek dispensation for his oath, to let you enter his unpeopled house.
Here comes Navarre.
Fair princess, welcome to the court of Navarre.
Fair, I give you back again, and welcome I have not yet. The roof of this court is too high to be yours, and welcome to the wide fields too base to be mine.
Oh, you may be welcome, madam, to my court.
I will be welcome then. Conduct me thither.
Oh, hear me, lady, I have sworn an oath.
Our Lady help my lord, he'll be forsworn.
Not for the world, fair madam, by my will.
Why, will shall break it. Will and nothing else.
Your ladyship is ignorant what it is.
Were my lord so his ignorance were wise, were now his knowledge must prove ignorance. I hear your grace hath sworn out housekeeping. 'Tis deadly sin to keep that oath, my lord, and sin to break it. But, pardon me, I am too sudden bold. To teach a teacher ill beseemeth me. Vouchsafe to read the purpose of my coming, and suddenly resolve me in my suit.
I will, if suddenly I may.
You will the sooner that I were away, for you'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Did not I dance with you in Brabant once?
Did not I dance with you in Brabant once?
I know you did.
How needless was it then to ask the question?
Must not be so quick.
'Tis long of you that spurs me with such questions.
Your wit's too hot, it speeds too fast. It will tire.
Not till it leave the rider in the mire.
What time of day?
The hour that fools should ask.
Now fair befall you a mask.
Fair fall the face it covers.
And send you many lovers?
Amen. So you be none.
Nay. Then will I be gone.
Madam, your father here doth intimate his payment of 100,000 crowns being but the one half of an entire sum dispersed by my father in his wars. But say that he or we received that sum, yet there remains unpaid 100,000 more, in the surety of which one part of Aquitaine is bound to us. If then the king your father will repay, but that one half which remains unpaid, we will give up our right in Aquitaine and hold fair friendship with his majesty. Yeah, but here he doth demand to be repaid 100,000 crowns. Dear princess, were not his requests so far from reason's yielding, thy own fair self should make a yielding against some reason in my breast, and go well satisfied to France again.
You do the king, my father, too much wrong, and wrong the reputation of your name, in so unseeming to confess receipt of that which hath so faithfully been paid.
I do protest I never heard of it. And if you prove it, I will repay it back. Or else yield up Aquitaine.
We arrest your word. Boyer, you can produce a quittance for such a sum from special officers of Charles, his father.
Satisfy me so.
So please your grace, the packet is not come, where that and other specialties are bound. Tomorrow you shall have sight of them.
It shall suffice me. At which interview all liberal reason I will yield unto. Meantime, receive such welcome at my hand as honor without breach of honor may make tender of to thy true worthiness. You may not come, fair princess, in my gates, but here without you shall be so received as you will deem yourselves lodged in my heart. Though so denied fair comfort in my house. Princess, your own good thoughts excuse me, and farewell. Tomorrow we shall visit you again.
Sweet health and fair desires consort your grace.
Thy own wish I thee in every place.
Lady, I will commend you to mine own heart.
Pray you, do my commendations. I would be glad to see it.
I would you heard it groan.
Is the fool sick?
Sick at heart.
Lack. Let it blood.
Will that do it good?
My physic says I.
Will you prick it with your eye?
No points. With my knife!
God save thy life.
And yours from long living.
cannot stay. Thanksgiving.
I pray you a word. What lady is that same?
The heir of Lunson, Catherine her name.
A gallant lady. Madam? Fare you well.
The young Dumaine, a well-accomplished youth for all that virtue loved, most power to do most harm, least knowing ill, for he hath wit to make an ill shape good, and shape to win grace, though he had no wit. I saw him at the Duke Alençon's once, and much too little of that good I saw is my report to his great worthiness.
I beseech you a word. What is she in the white?
A woman sometimes, and you saw her in the light.
Oh, perchance light in the light. I desire,
This I too.
I desire her name.
She hath but one for herself. To desire that were a shame.
Pray you, whose daughter?
Her mother's, I have heard.
God's blessing on your word.
I know him, madam. At a marriage feast in Normandy saw I this, long ago. Oh, a man of sovereign parts, he is esteemed. Well fitted in arts, glorious in arms. Nothing becomes him ill that he would well. The only soil of his fair virtue's gloss, if virtue's gloss will stain with any soil, is a sharp wit, matched with too blunt a will, whose edge hath power to cut, whose will still wills it should none spare that come within his power.
Some merry mocking lord be like, is so.
Oh, they say so most that most his humors know.
What's her name in the blue cap?
Rosaline by good hap.
Is she wedded or no?
To her will, sir, or so.
You are welcome. Adieu.
Farewell to me, sir, and welcome to you.
That last one is Brown, the merry madcap lord. Not a word with him, but a jest.
And every jest but a word.
Ooh, it was well done of you to take him at his word.
I was as willing to grapple as he was to board.
Oh! Too hot sheep, Mary.
Wherefore not ships, not sheep, sweet lamb, unless we feed upon your lips.
Oh, you sheep and I pasture. Shall I finish the jest?
So you grant pasture for me?
Not so, gentle beast. These lips are no common, though several they be.
Belonging to whom?
To my fortunes and me.
Good wits be jangling, but gentles agree. This civil war of wits were much better used on Navarre and his bookmen, for here it is abused.
If my observation, which very seldom lies, by the heart-still rhetoric disclosed with the eyes, deceive me not now, Navarre is infected.
With what?
With that which we lovers entitle affected.
Your reason?
Why, all his behaviors to make the retire to the court of his eye, peeping thorough desire. His heart like an agate with your print impressed, proud with his form and his eye pride expressed. His tongue all impatient to speak and not see, did stumble with haste in his eyesight to be. All senses to that sense to make the repair, to feel only looking on fairest of fair. I'll give you all of Aquitaine and all that is his, and you give him for my sake but one loving kiss.
Come to our pavilion, Boyer is disposed.
But to speak that in words which as I have disclosed, I've only made a mouth of his eye by adding a tongue, which I know will not lie.
Thou art an old lovemonger, and speakest skillfully.
Do you hear my mad wenches?
No.
What then do you see?
Our way to be gone.
You are too hard for me. Don't wait for me or anything.
Ye world, child, make passion my sense of hearing.
No, no hay nada mejor que probar un primer beso. Y más de ti veo tantos colores y todos mis sentidos estallarán de tanto amarte. ¿Cómo se puede sentir tantas cosas en tan poco tiempo y no morir? Tú puedes hacer un gran nido en mi universo. Puedes hacer lo que quieras conmigo. Yo siento que tú me quieres como yo te quiero. Acuéstate a mi lado, esta noche te quiero vivir. Arrúllame, ahógame, aplástame, desármame, cómeme, fúmame, amor inquieto, amor drogado, amor completo, amor inquieto, amor completo.
Sweeters, sweeters. Go, tenderness of years. Take these keys. Give enlargement to the swain. He must deliver me a letter to my love. Go, fetch the swain. He must deliver me a letter.
A message well sympathized. A horse to be ambassador for an ass.
Huh? Huh? What sayest thou?
Marry, sir, you must send the ass upon the horse, for he is very slow-gaited. But I go.
No, the way is but short. Go away.
As swift as lead, sir.
Wait, thy meaning, pretty ingenious, is not lead a metal. Dull, heavy, slow.
Minime, honest master, or rather, master, no!
Now I say to thee, lead is slow.
You are too swift, sir, to say so. Is that lead slow which is fired from a gun?
The sweet smoke of rhetoric! He reputes me a cannon, and the bullet that I fired it. Ha! At the twain!
Jump then, and I flee.
I shall enfranchise thee.
Oh, marry me to one Francis? I smell some Lavoie. Some goose in this?
No, by my sweet soul. I mean, I shall give thee thy liberty, free thee from durance. Thou art immured,
True.
restrained,
True.
captivated,
True.
bound.
True, and now you will be my purgation and let me loose.
Ooh, thank you. Yes, I shall give thee thy liberty and freedom thy person, and in lieu thereof impose on thee nothing but this. Deliver this significant to the country maid Jaquanetta. Deliver me this letter. Go. Now, there is thy remuneration. For the best word of mine honor is to reward my dependents.
Ha ha ha.
Come, moth, hallo.
Like the sequel, aye.
Signor Coster.
Adieu.
Adieu. Now will I look to his remuneration. Oh! That's the Latin word for 3 farthings. 3 farthings. Remuneration. Excuse me, what's the price of a hot dog? $3. $3? No. I'll give you a remuneration. Why, it carries it. Ooh. Remuneration. Why, it is a fairer name than a French crown. I would never buy and sell out of this word. Remuneration.
Coster, my name exceedingly well met.
I'm pretty sure. How much of Mike's pastrami may a man buy for a remuneration?
What is a remuneration?
It's a halfpenny farthing.
Why then, 3 farthing worth of pastrami?
Thank you, worship. God be with you.
Stay, Cur. I must employ thee. As thou wilt win my favor, good my knave, do one thing for me I shall entreat.
When would you have it done?
This afternoon.
Well, I will do it, sir. Very well.
No. Thou must know what it is first.
I shall know, sir, when I have done it.
No, villain, thou must know first.
I will come to your worship tomorrow morning.
It must be done this afternoon. Hark, knave. It is but this. The princess, she has come to hunt here in the park. In her train, there is a gentle lady. When tongues speak sweetly, then they name her name. And Rosaline they call her. Say
Rosaline.
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 Yes. To her sweet hand, and only hers, see thou do commend this sealed up counsel. Oh, here. There's thy guerdon. Go.
Guerdon? Oh, most sweet guerdon. Better than remuneration. It's a bunch of pence farthing better. Oh, sweet guerdon. I will do it, sir. To the letters.
Letter.
Guerdon. Remuneration. Oh, pastrami.
Rosaline. Oh. I, forsooth in love, I that have been love's wit, a very beadle to a humorous side, a critic, nay, a night watch constable, a domineering pedant o'er the boy, this wimpled, whining, purblind, wayward boy, this senior, junior, giant dwarf Dan Cupid, this regent of love rhymes, lord of folded arms, anointed sovereign of sighs and groans, dread prince of plackets, king of codpieces, sole imperator and great general of trotting paradors. Oh, my little heart. Oh, and I to watch for her, to sigh for her, to pray for her. Go to! It is a plague that Cupid will impose on me for my neglect of his dreadful, almighty little mite. Well, I will love. Right? Sigh, pray, sue, groan. Some men must love my lady, and some Joan.
Stay away from me. All the men.
Was that the king that spurred his horse so hard against the steep uprising of the hill?
I know not, but I think it was
naughty.
Where he was, he showed a mounting mind.
Oh.
Well, friends, today we shall have our dispatch. On Saturday we will return to France. Then, Forrester, my friend, where is the bush that we must stand and play the murderer in?
Hereby upon the edge of yonder coppice, a stand where you may make the fairest shoot.
I thank my beauty I am that fair shoot. And thereupon thou speakst the fairest shoot.
Pardon me, madam, for I meant not so.
What? What? Oh, short-lived pride, not fair. Allow for a woman. Where did you do that?
Yes, madam. Fair, yes, madam.
Nay, never paint me now. Where fair is not, praise cannot mend the brow.
Nothing but fair is that which you inherit.
See, my beauty will be saved by Mary. But come, the bow. Now, mercy goes to kill, and shooting well is then accounted ill.
Masculine women, feminine men, which is the rooster, which is the hen? It's hard to tell them apart today, and say, sister is busy learning to shave, brother's just out and runs away. It's hard to tell them apart today, hey, hey. Girls were girls and boys were boys when I was a tot. Now we don't know who is who's always what's what. Knickers and trousers, baggy and fine, nobody knows who's walking inside.
I got one! Yes!
God digging it all! I pray you, which is the head lady?
Thou shalt know her, fellow, by the rest that have no heads.
Which is the greatest lady, the highest?
The thickest and the tallest.
Ooh, the thickest and the tallest. It is true, truth is truth.
What's your will, sir? What's your will?
I had a letter from a baron to one Rosaline.
Ooh, my letter. He's a good friend of mine. Stand aside, good bear. Boyer, you can carve. Break up this capon.
I am bound to serve. This letter is mistook. It is written to Jacquinetta.
We will read it, I swear. Break the neck of the wax, and every one give ear.
By heaven, that thou art fair is most infallible. True that thou art beauteous, truth itself that thou art lovely. More fair than fair, beautiful than beauteous, truer than truth itself, have commiseration on thy heroical vassal. Oh, the magnanimous and the most illustrious king, Cophetua, set eye upon the pernicious and indubitate beggar, Xenophon. And he it was that might rightly say, Venerinici, which to anathenize in the vulgar, he came, saw, and overcame. He came one, saw two, overcame three, who came? The king. Why did he come? To see. Why did he see? To overcome. To whom came he? To the beggar. What saw he? The beggar. Who overcame him? The beggar. The conclusion is victory. On whose side? The king. The captive is enriched. On whose side? The beggar! The catastrophe is unnuptial! On whose side? The king! I am the king! Thou on my foot, my eyes on thy picture, and my heart on thy every part. Thine and dearest design of industry, Don Adriano de Armado!
What plume of feathers is he that indited this letter? What rain, what weathercock? Did you ever hear better?
No.
Who gave thee this letter?
I told you, my lord.
To whom shouldst thou give it?
From my lord to my lady.
From which lord to which lady?
From my lord, Baron, a good master of mine, to a lady of France that he called Rosaline.
Thou hast mistaken this letter.
What?
Come, friends, away. Here, sweet, put up this. 'Twill be thine another day.
Mike! This is great, man. Yeah, it's only $8. What? Bon appetit?
When I'm at home in my bed, only thing gone through my head is my boy playing me like a noisy violin. Slice of fingers on my skin, and I wanna call him over so I can kiss him till he feels like he's not even sober. So I send him a text, send him a picture, and I do my best to hide my hunger from the camera. And then I wait. But unfortunately, my boy's a busy bee. He won't touch me. He's done with all his chores and errands and work. My boy's a busy bee. He doesn't like to be. But even so, I'll let him know that if he says the words, I'm ready to go. On the kitchen, on the floor, on the counter, by the door. Outside? No, that's abhorrent. Anywhere, just give me more. Want me here and want me there. I will wander everywhere. Thorough bush and thorough briar. Oh my God, man, I'm on fire, busy bee. My boy's a busy bee. He won't touch me till he's done with all his chores and errands and work. My boy's a busy bee. He doesn't like to be, and neither do I, but even so, I'll let him know that if he says the words, I'm ready to go.
If love make me forsworn, how shall I swear to love? Never faith could hold, if not to beauty vowed. Though to myself forsworn, to thee all faithful prove. Those thoughts to me were like oaks, to thee like edges bound. All ignorant that soul that sees thee without wonder. That's me. Which is to me some praise that I thy parts admire. Thy eye Jove's lightning bears, thy voice his dreadful thunder, which not to anger men is music and sweet fire. Oh, celestial as thou art, oh, pardon love this wrong, that sings heaven's praise with such an earthly tongue. Was this delivered to you Aye, sir. It was given to me by Costard and sent to me by Don Armado. Okay.
To the snow-white hand of the most beauteous Lady Rosaline. Your ladyship's in all desired employment, Baron. This Baron is one of the votaries with the king. And here he hath framed a letter to a secret of the queen, which accidentally hath miscarried. Trip and go. Deliver this to the royal hand of the king. It may concern much. Adieu.
Good Costards, go with me. Sir, God save your life.
Have with thee, my girl.
The king, he is hunting deer. I am coursing myself. They have pitched to toil. I am toiling in a pitch that defiles. Oh, defile, foul word. Well, no. I will not love. Hang me if I do. In faith, I will not. Oh, but her eye. I would not love her but for her eye. Yes, but for her 2 eyes. Oh, I do nothing in the world but lie, and lie in my throat. By heaven, I do love. And it hath taught me to rhyme, and to be melancholy, and there is part of my rhyme, and there my melancholy. Oh, well, she hath one of my sonnets already. The clown bore it, the fool sent it, the lady hath it. Sweet clown, sweeter fool, sweetest lady. By heaven, I would not care a pin if the other 3 were in. Oh, here comes one with a paper. God, give him grace to groan. Ay me. Yes. Proceed, sweet Cupid. Thou hast thumped him with thy bird bolt under the left cap. In faith, secrets.
So sweet a kiss the golden sun gives not to those fresh morning drops upon the rose, as thy eye beams when their fresh rays have smote the night of dew that on my cheeks downflows, nor shines the silver moon 1/2 so bright through the transparent bosom of the deep, as doth thy face through tears of mine give light. Thou shinest in every tear that I do weep. O Queen of Queens, how far dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. Oh, how shall she know my griefs? I'll drop the paper. Oh, sweet leaves, shake folly. Who is he comes here? What? Longueville and reading? Listen here.
Now in thy likeness, one more fool appear.
I am forsworn. In love I hope, sweet fellowship in shame.
One drunkard loves another of the name.
Am I the first that have been perjured so? I fear these stubborn lines lack power to move. Oh, sweet Maria, empress of my love. These lines will I tear and write in prose. This same shall go. Did not the heavenly rhetoric of thine eyes persuade my heart to this false perjury. Huh. Vows for thee broke deserve not punishment. A woman I forswore, but I will prove, thou being a goddess, I forswore not thee. My vow was earthly, thou a heavenly love. Thy grace being gained cures all disgrace in me. In thee it is. If broken, then it is no fault of mine. If by me broke, what fool is not so wise to lose an oath to win a paradise? By whom shall I send this? Company, stay!
All hid, an old infant play. Like a demigod, here sit I in the sky, and wretched fools secrets heedfully o'er I. Oh, heaven, I have my wish, domain transformed, 4 woodcocks in a dish.
Oh, most divine Kate! By heaven, the wonder in a mortal eye. Her amber hairs, 4 foul hath amber quoted, as upright as the cedar. Oh, that I had my wish.
And I had mine!
And mine too, good Lord.
Oh, amen that I had mine. Is not that a good word?
I would forget her, but a fever she reigns in my blood, and will remembered be. Once more, I'll read the ode that I have writ.
Once more, I'll mark how love can vary wit.
On a day, alack, the day. Love, whose month is ever May, spied a blossom, passing fair, playing in the wanton air. Through the velvet leaves the wind, all unseen can passage find, that the lover, sick to death, wished himself the heaven's breath. Ere, quoth he, thy cheeks may blow, ere would I might triumph so. But alack, my hand is sworn, ne'er to pluck thee from thy thorn. Thou, alack, for youth unmeet, youth so apt to pluck a sweet. Do not call it sin in me, that I am forsworn. For thee, this will I send, and something else more plain, that shall express my true love's fasting pain. Oh, would the King, Barone, and Longueville were lovers too! Ill to example ill would from my forehead wipe a perjured note, for none offend, we're all alike, do dote.
Do me! Ah!
Oh, thy love is far from charity, that in love's grief desirous society. Oh, you may look pale, but I should blush, I know, to be overheard and taking napping so.
Come, sir, you blush, as your case is such. You chided him, offending twice as much. Oh, you do not love Maria Longueville, did never sonnet for her sake compile, nor lay his wreathed arms athwart his loving breast to keep down his heart. I have been closely shrouded in this bush and marked you both, and for you both did blush. I heard your guilty rhymes, observed your fashion, saw sighs reek from you, and noted well your passion. What will Barone think? when that he doth hear faith infringed, which such zeal did swear. How, thank you very much, but how will he scorn? How will he spend his wit? How will he triumph, leap, and laugh at it? For all the wealth that ever I did see, I would not have him know so much by me.
Now step I forth to whip hypocrisy. Good my liege, I pray thee, pardon me. Good heart, what grace hast thou thus to reprove these worms for loving that art most in love? Oh, your eyes do make no coaches. In your tears there is no certain princess that appears. But are you not ashamed? Nay, are you not, all three of you, to be thus much overshot? Look. What a scene of foolery have I seen, of sighs, of groans, of sorrow, and of teen. Oh, with what strict patience have I sat to see a king transform into a gnat. Tell me, Dumaine, where lies thy grief? And Longaville, where lies thy pain? And my lieges, all about the breast. Carlo!
Bitter is thy jest. Are we thus betrayed to thy overview?
Not you to me, but I betrayed by you. I that am honest. I that hold it in sin to break the vow I am engaged in. I am betrayed by men like you, by keeping company with men of inconstancy. For when will you see me write a thing in rhyme, or groan for Joan, or spend a minute's time in pruning me? When shall you hear that I will praise a hand, a foot, a face, an eye, a gait, a state, a brow, a breast, a leg, a limb, Whither away so fast?
God bless the king!
What present hast thou there?
Some certain treason.
What makes treason here?
Nay, it makes nothing, sir.
If it mar nothing neither, the treason and you go in peace away together.
I beseech your grace, let this letter be read. Our sheriff misdoubts it. 'Twas treason, he said.
Barone! Read it over. Where hadst thou it?
Of Costard.
Where hadst thou it?
Of Don Germanino, Don Abadio.
Wow! Now, what is in you? What is thou carrying?
A toy, my liege, a toy. Your grace needs not fear it.
It did move him to passion, and therefore let's hear it.
It is Barone's writing. And here is his name.
You horse on loggerhead! You were born to do me shame. Guilty, my lord, guilty. I confess.
What?
That you three fools lacked me, fool, to make up the mess. He, and you, and I, my lord, are pit persons in love and deserve to die. Oh, dismiss this audience, and I shall tell you more.
Now the number is even.
True, we are 4. Will these turtles not be gone?
Hence, sirs, away!
Walk aside the true folk and let the traitors stay.
What? Did these rent lines show some love of thine?
Who sees the heavenly Rosaline, bows not their vassal head, and strucken blind, kisses the base ground with obedient breast? Oh, what peremptory eagle-sighted eye dares look upon the heaven of her brow that is not blinded by her majesty?
What zeal,
Yes,
what fury hath inspired thee? Yet, my love, her mistress is a bright moon. She an attending star, scarce seen a light.
my eyes that are no eyes, no eye Barone, but for my love, day would turn to night.
Oh, but what of this? Are we not
not all in love? Nothing so sure, and thereby all forsworn.
Then leave this chat. And good Barone, now prove our loving lawful, and our faith not torn.
Aye, marry there, some flattery for this evil,
Some tricks, some was how to cheat the devil.
some salve for perjury.
Have at you then, affections, men-at-arms. We have made a vow to study, my lord, and in that vow, we have forsworn our books. For when would you, my liege, or you, in leaden contemplation, have found out such fiery numbers as the prompting eyes of beauty's tutors have enriched you with? Ah, love lives not alone, immured in the brain, but in the motion of all the elements. It courses as swift as thought through every power, and gives to every power a double power above their functions and their offices. It adds a precious seeing to the eye. A lover's eye will gaze an eagle blind. A lover's ear will hear the lowest sound. And when love speaks, the voice of all the gods make heaven drowsy with the harmony. Never durst a poet touch a pen to write till his ink were tempered with love's sighs. Oh, then his lines would ravish savage ears and plant in tyrants mild humility. From women's eyes, this doctrine I derive. They are the books, the arts, the academes that shall contain and nourish all the world. Then fools you were these women to forswear. Or, keeping what is sworn, you will prove fools. For wisdom's sake, a word that all men love. Or, for love's sake, a word that loves all men. Or for men's sake, the admirers of these women. Or, for women's sake, by whom we men are men. Let us now lose our oaths to find ourselves, or else we lose ourselves to keep our oaths.
Saint Cupid then, and soldiers to the field.
Shall we resolve to woo these girls of France?
And win them too. Therefore, let us devise some entertainment for them in their tent.
Away, no time shall be omitted that will be time, and may by us be fitted.
To the field!
We will now to the short intermission. Our volunteers are coming back around to selling the raffle tickets. Please also take a moment to fill out your surveys and return them. Visit our concessions area or purchase this season's t-shirts or sweatshirts. Intermission has concluded. Please take your seats. The show will begin momentarily.
Sweethearts, we shall be rich ere we depart if fairings come thus plentifully in. Look you what I have from the loving king.
Madam, came nothing else along with that?
Nothing. But this, yes, as much love as in rhymes would be crammed up in a piece of paper, writ on both sides, the leaf, margent, and all, that he was fain to seal on Cupid's name.
That was the way to make his godhead wax, for Cupid hath been 5,000 year a boy.
Aye, and a shrewd, unhappy gallows, too.
You'll ne'er be friends with him. He killed your sister.
He made her sad, melancholy, and heavy, and so she died. Had she been light like you, such a merry, nimble, stirring spirit, she might have been a granddam ere she died. And so may you, for light hearts, live long.
What's your dark meaning, Mouse, of this light word?
A light condition in a beauty dark.
We need more light to find your meaning out.
No, you'll snuff out the light by taking it in snuff. Therefore, I'll darkly end the argument.
Look what you do it still in the dark.
And so do not you, for you are a light wench.
Indeed, I weigh not you, and therefore light.
Oh, you weigh me not that you care not for me.
Great reason, for past care is still past cure.
Well bandied both, a set of wits well played. But Rosaline, you have a favor too. Who sent it and what is it?
I would you knew.
Ooh.
Nay, I have verses too. I thank Barone. The numbers true. And were the numbering too, I were the fairest goddess on the ground. Oh, I am compared to 20,000 fairs. Oh, he hath drawn my picture in this letter.
Ooh, anything like?
Much in the letters, nothing in the prey. Let's see if I can find it. Here.
Oh, beauteous as ink.
As
A
fair,
good conclusion.
as fair as text in a copybook.
But Catherine, what was sent to you from fair domain?
Madam, this glove.
Oh. Did he not send you twain?
Yes. And some, moreover, letters to some 1,000 verses of a faithful lover. He vilely compiled, profound simplicity.
This and these pearls. Ooh, to me sat long ago. The letter is too long by half a mile.
Think no less. Dost thou not wish in heart the chain were longer and the letter short?
I would my hands might never part.
We are wise girls to mock our lovers so.
They are worse fools to purchase mocking so. That same Barone I'll torture ere I go. Oh, but that I knew he were in but by the week, how I would make him fawn, and beg, and seek, and wait the season, and observe the times, and spend his prodigal wit in bootless rhymes. Oh, and shape his service wholly to my hests, and make him proud to make me proud, that jests. Ah, so pair taunt-like would I o'ersway his state, that he should be my fool, and I his fate.
None are so surely caught when they are catched as wit turned fool.
The blood of youth burns not with such excess as gravity's revolt to wantonness.
Folly in fools bears not so strong a note as foolery in the wise when wit doth dote. Oh my God.
Prepare, madam, prepare! Arms, wenches, arms! Encounters mounted are against your peace. Love doth approach disguised, armed in arguments. You'll be surprised. Muster your wits, stand your own defense, or hide your heads and fly hence.
But what? Come they to visit us?
They do. In
under our peril thus? Like pirates, as I guess? The purpose is to parlay, to court, to dance, and every one of his love feet will advance unto his several mistresses, which they'll know, by favors several which they did bestow.
And will they so? The gallant shall be tasked. For ladies, we shall every one be masked. And not a one of them shall have the grace, despite of suit, to see a lady's face. Hold, Rosaline, this favor thou shalt wear, and then the king will court thee for his dear. Hold, sweet, take thou this and give me thine, so shall Barone take me for Rosaline. And change your favors too, so shall your loves, who contrary, deceived by these removes.
Come on then, wear the favors most inside.
But in this changing, what is your intent? The effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it but in mockery merriment, and mock for mock is my only intent.
Shall we dance if they desire us to?
No! To the death we will not move a foot. There is no such sport as sport by sport o'erthrown, to make theirs ours, and ours none but our own. So shall we stay, mocking intended game, and they well mocked, depart away with shame. Bring it in. And
shame! The music sounds! Be masked! The maskers come!
We are homeward bound for Pirate Town with a heave-ho-ho. 'Tis there we'll drink and so drown. Good morning, ladies all. Them girls down south are keen and gay with a heave-ho-ho. With them we'll spend our hard pay. Good morning, ladies all. We'll swing around and have good fun with a heave-ho-ho. And soon we'll be back on the homeward run. Good morning, ladies all.
With Roz and Kate and Maria too.
With a heave-ho-ho.
We'll sing and we'll dance with a hullabaloo.
Good morning, ladies all. Hey, good morning, ladies all. Good morning, ladies all.
What would these strangers know their minds, boy?
What would you with a princess?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
What would they say they?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
Why, that they have, and bid them so be gone.
She says you have it, and you may be gone.
But tell her we have measured many miles to tread a measure with her on this cross.
They say they have tread the measures a many miles to tread a measure rue with
It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile. If they have measured many, the measure then of one is easily told.
If to come hither you have measured miles, and many miles, the princess bids you tell how many inches doth fill up a mile?
Tell her we measure them by weary steps.
travel of 1 mile.
We number nothing that we spend for you. Our duty is so rich, so infinite, that we may do it still without account. Pirates! Vouchsafe to show the sunshine of your face, that we, like pirates, may worship it.
My face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Blessed are clouds do as such clouds do. Vouchsafe, bright moon, and these thy stars, to shine these clouds removed upon our watery eyne.
Play music then.
Oh.
Hey, you must do it soon.
Not yet!
No, dance! The dog wants you to. Stop! Thus change I, like the moon.
Will you not dance? How come you thus estranged?
You took the moon at full, but now she's changed.
But still, she is the moon, and I, the man. The music plays. Vouchsafe some motion to it.
Our ears vouchsafe it.
Your legs should do it.
Since you are strangers and come here by chance, we'll not be nice. Take hands. We will not dance.
I take we hands then.
Only to part friends. Curtsy, sweethearts. And so the measure ends.
More measure for this measure. Be not nice.
We can afford no more at such a price.
Prize you not yourselves. What buys your company?
Your absence only.
That can never be.
Then cannot we be bought? And so, adieu. Twice to your visor, and half once to you.
If you will not dance, let's have more chat.
In private, then?
I am best pleased with that.
Gentle-handed mistress, one sweet word with thee.
Honey, milk, and sugar, there is 3.
Nay, one word in secret.
Let
then.
it not be sweet.
Now, grievous, Michael.
Go, bitter.
Therefore, meat.
Vouchsafe with me to change a word.
Name it!
Fair lady!
Say you so? Fair lord! Take that for your fair lady!
Pleasing you, as much in private, and I'll bid adieu. Okay.
What was your wizard born without a tongue?
I know the reason why, lady, you ask.
Quickly, sir, for your reason, I love.
You have a double tongue within your mask, and would afford my speechless visit.
Huh? Oh, veal, quoth the Dutchman. Is that a veal, a calf?
Calf, fair lady?
No, a fair Lord Calf.
Oh, let's part the word.
No, I'll not be your half. You take all and wean it. It may prove an ox.
Oh, okay, you butt yourself with these sharp mocks. Will you give horns, chaste lady? Do not so.
Then die a calf before your horns do grow.
One quick word with you in private ere I die.
Bleat softly, then the butcher hears you cry.
Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur, donc je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie.
Break off, my maid! One word more. Break off. Break off!
Oh, drive me with pear scoff! Farewell, mad wenches! You have simple wit!
20 adieus, my salty pirates.
Oh,
these the breed of wits so wondered at.
Tapers they are with your sweet breasts puffed out.
Oh, well-liking wits they have. Gross, gross, fat, fat.
Oh, poverty and wit, kingly poor flout. Will they not think you shamed themselves tonight, or ever but in visage show their faces? This pert Baron was out of countenance quite.
Oh, they were all in lamentable cases. The king was weeping right for a good word.
And quick Baron had there was
out of suit.
Dumaine was at my service, and his, sword. No point, quoth I. My servant straight was mute.
Lord Longueville said I came o'er his heart. And do you know what he called me?
Plum, perhaps.
Yes, in good faith.
Go sing as thou art.
But will you hear? The king is my love sworn.
And quick Baron hath plighted faith to me.
Longueville for my service boy.
Dumaine is mine as sure as bark on tree.
Madam, pretty mistresses, give ear. Immediately they will again be here, in their own shapes. For it will never be. They will digest this harsh indignity.
Will they return?
They will, God knows. And leap for joy, for they are lame with blows. Therefore change favors, and when they repair, blow like sweet roses in the summer air.
A fond perplexity. What shall we do if they return in their own shapes to woo?
Good man, if by me you'll be advised, let's mock them still, as well known as disguised.
All hail, sweet madam, and fair time of day.
Fair and all hail is foul as I conceive.
We come to visit you and purpose now to lead you to our court. Vouchsafe it then.
This field shall hold me, and so hold your vow. Nor God nor I delights in perjured men.
Rebuke me not for that which you provoke. The virtue of your eye must break my oath.
You nickname virtue. Vice you should have spoke. For virtue's office never breaks men's troth. Now by my sacred honor, yet as pure as the unsullied lily, I protest. A world of torment though I should endure, I would not yield to be your house guest. So much I hate a breaking cause to be of heavenly oaths vowed with integrity.
Oh, you have lived in desolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
I swear. We have had pastimes and pleasant game. A mess of seamen left us but of late.
How now? Seamen.
Aye, in truth, my lord. Aye, in truth, my lord. Trim gallons full of courtship and of state.
Madam, it is not so. Speak true. My lord, yes, we were indeed confronted with 4 in seaman habits. Here they stayed an hour and talked apace, and in that hour, my lord, they did not bless us with one happy word. I dare not call them fools, but this I think, when fools are thirsty, they would fain have drink.
This jest is dry to me, fair, gentle, sweet. Your wit makes wise things foolish and rich things but poor.
Which of the vizards was it that you wore?
Where? When? What visit? Why demand you this?
We are decried!
Don't mock us downright!
Let us confess and turn it to a jest.
Amazed, my lord, why looks your highness sad?
Help! Hold his brows! He'll swoon! Why look you pale? Oh, seasick, I think, coming from Davy Jones's locker.
Thus pour the stars down, plagues for perjury. Can any face of brass hold longer out? Here stand I, lady, dart thy skill at me. Bruise me with scorn, confound me with a flout. Thrust thy keen intellect quite through my ignorance. Cut me to pieces with thy conceit. Henceforth, my wooing mind shall be expressed in russet yeas and honest cursing no's. And to begin, wench. So God help me, la, my love to thee is sound, sans crack or flaw.
Sans, I pray you.
My Lord, have mercy on us! On those 3. They are infected, in their hearts it lies. They have the plague, and guarded of your eyes. These lords are visited. You are not free, for the Lord's tokens on you do I see.
They are free who gave these tokens to us.
Our states are forfeit. Seek not to undo us.
It is not so. For how can it be true that you stand forfeit, being those that sue?
Peace, I will not have to do with you.
Nor shall not if I do as I intend.
Oh, speak for yourselves, my lords. My wit is at an end.
Fair madam, for our rude transgression, please grant us some fair excuse.
The fairest is confession. Were not you here, but even now disguised?
Madam, I was.
And were you well advised?
I was, fair madam.
When you then were here, what did you whisper in your lady's ear?
That more than all the world I did respect her.
When she shall challenge this, you will reject her.
Upon my honor, no.
Peace, forbear. Your oath once broke, you force not to forswear.
Despise me when I break this oath of mine.
I will, and therefore keep it. Rosaline, what did the seaman whisper in your ear?
That he would wed me, or else die, my loving.
God give thee joy of him! The noble lord doth commonly uphold his word.
What mean you, madam? By my life, my troth, I never swore this lady such an oath.
By heaven, ye did. And to confirm it plain, ye gave me this. But take it, sir, again.
My faith and this the princess I did grant. I knew her by this jewel upon her hand.
Pardon me, sir, but this jewel did she wear. And Lord Barone, I thank him, is my dear. What? Will you have me, or your pearly hand?
Neither of either. I remit both twain. I see the trick on it. Here was a consent, knowing beforehand of our merriment to dash it like a Christmas comedy. Some fairy tales, some please man, some slight zany, some mumble news, some tetranite, some dick, forestall us in our sport to make us thus untrue. Die when you will, a smock shall be your shroud. Oh, you leer on me, do you? There's an eye wounds like a leaden sword.
Full merrily, for this brave gallop, this careen, then run!
Lo, they are tilting straight. Peace, I have done.
How fares your majesty?
Ladies, prepare. We will away tonight.
No, madam, I do beseech you, stay.
Prepare, I say. I thank you, gracious friends, for all your fair endeavors, and entreat out of a new sad soul that you vouchsafe in your rich wisdom to excuse or hide the liberal opposition of our spirits. If over boldly we have borne ourselves in the converse of breath, your gentleness was guilty of it. Farewell, worthy prince. A heavy heart bears not a nimble tongue.
The extreme parts of time extremely forms all causes to the purpose of his speed. Yet, since love's argument was first on foot, let not the cloud of sorrow, or even those motorcycles.
I understand you not. My griefs are double.
For your fair sakes, madam, have we neglected time, played foul with our oaths? Your beauty, ladies, hath much deformed us, fashioning our humors even to the opposite end of our intents.
We have received your letters, full of love, your favors, the ambassadors of love, and in our maiden council rated them at courtship, pleasant jest and courtesy, as bombast and as lining to the time. But more devout than this in our respects have we not been, and therefore met your loves in their own fashion, like a merriment.
Our letters, madam, showed much more than jest.
So did our looks.
We did not quote them so.
At this, the latest minute of the hour, grant us your loves.
A time, methinks, too short to make a world without and bargain in. No, no, my lord, your grace has perjured much, full of dear guiltiness, and therefore this. If for my love, as there is no such cause, you will do aught, this shall you do for me. Your oath I will not trust, but go with speed to some forlorn and naked hermitage, remote from all the pleasures of the world. There stay until the 12 celestial signs have brought about the annual reckoning. If this austere and sociable life change not your offer made in the heat of blood, then, at the expiration of the year, come, challenge me by these deserts. And by this virgin palm now kissing thine, I will be thine. Until that instant, shut my woeful self up in a mourning house, raining the tears of lamentation for the remembrance of my father's death. If this thou do deny, let our hands part, neither entitled in the other's heart.
If this, or more than this, I would deny, the sudden hand of death close up mine eye. Hence ever, my heart is in thy heart.
What to me, my love? What to me? A wife?
Not so, my friend. For 12 months and a day, I'll not mark what smooth-faced wooers say. Come when the king doth to my lady come. Then if I have much love, I'll give you some.
I'll serve thee true and faithfully till then.
Yet swear not, lest ye be forsworn again.
What says Maria?
At 12 months' end, I'll change my black gown for a faithful friend.
I'll wait with patience, though the time is long.
Oh, the liker you. Few taller are so young.
Studies, my lady, mistress, behold the window of my heart, mine eye. What humble suit attends thy answer there? Impose some service on me for thy love.
You shall, this 12-month term, from day to day, visit the speechless sick and enforce the pained impotent to smile.
A 12-month? Well, befall what will befall. I'll jest a 12-month in a hospital.
Aye, sweet my lord, and so I take my leave.
No, madam, we will see you on your way.
Some things come and some things go. Can't say what the future holds. Read the pages in his eyes. Oft things bloom and oft they die. But ere I leave, I'm one to say, I'll stay true for a year and a day. true for a year and a day. One day, one night, I asked my heart, is it worth the cost? Now all my work and my love's labor's lost.
Our wooing doth not end like an old play. Jack hath not Jill. I fear these ladies' courtesy may well have made our sport a comedy.
Come, sir. It wants a 12-month and a day, and then 'twill end.
It's too long for a play.
As my heart, is it worth the cost? Now all my work and my love's labor's lost. My love's labor's lost. My love's labor's lost.
Lisa Coffee and Stephanie Poultry!
Oh, but first, pastrami mine!
You get a pastrami! You get a pastrami! And you get a pastrami! Everybody gets a pastrami! Yeah!
All right, guys, the Shakespeare by the Sea actors are going to file off down here. We are going to be doing a touchless meet and greet this year, of course, as you know why. But other than that, we ask that you tell your friends, of course, as you're passing by these donation buckets, and the ones in the back, tell your friends about the always free Shakespeare.
doth not end like an old play. Jack hath not Jill.